Check it out, we rapping for the Texans. Little bit in Crenshaw Bridge, we flexing. Houston rap style, we bringing the heat. Talking Texas football, nothing compete. Got the best podcast, the livest in the game. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Remember the name. We talking draft picks, we talking defense. We break it all down, no nonsense. H-Town with the Run Show, live on the mic, talking Texas football every Wednesday night with special guests dropping knowledge, taking the stage. Digging in Crenshaw Briggs, we holding it down in the H-Town, wiping it down, talking touchdowns in H-Town. Houston culture, we holding it down, talking news and rumors, keeping it real. No filter, we got the Texans appeal. In the Lone Star City, we're living it up, talking all things Texas, we can't get enough. From the football field to the concrete jungle, we're repping H-Town. Ain't nothing humble, bitch.
Whoa. Welcome back to another episode of the Texans Fan Ball Podcast. I'm your host tonight, Matthew Briggs. Our boys, Ruben and Crenshaw, are out. Kendall just bounced out, but he'll be back. But while they're out, we got a special guest. He's in a couple of these Texans groups with me, and I hadn't had him come on to, talk about this team. I got Mr. Johnny Honcho. What's going on, brother?
Hey, yes, sir. Nice to have me on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Nice. No worries. Thank you for showing up. But as you know, we always got our favorites. Speaking of the good message, we got Mr. Keno.
What's good, everybody? What's good, Texans Nation? Hope everybody feeling good.
And not just the TikTok sensation, but the sensation himself, the vibe master. I got Mr. Bo Diggity.
Yo, what's good, everybody? How y'all doing out there, man? 5-2, but we good.
5-2. Hey, we could be the Titans right now. We could be selling. So, at least we're still in the running, all right? So let's kick it off with some Texan news, fellas. First off, we got some great news. We got Lassiter and Henry T back in practice. I'll start off with you, Johnny. How excited are you?
Man, hey, man. All I'm gonna say, it feels great to be a Texans fan right now, man. I think Nick came in and hit it on the mark with a lot of these draft picks, man, and they definitely showing up. A lot of signings we had this year, and I haven't been too far let down right now, man. So I'm real excited, man. Definitely.
All right, Keno, you happier? Or what's the deal, bro?
I mean, of course, like it feels like a little weight off our shoulders a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Lassiter is going to play this weekend. Got a divisional game. But at the end of the day, of course, happy that he's out there. Happy that he's looking healthy, or whatever the case may be. And also Henry T, good news, because I know Sunday they had put a clip out there of him watching the game with glasses on. So everybody was like, like he might be out for another week. But thank God he's, at practice. So, feeling good about it, man. Definitely can't complain, but definitely feeling good about it.
Last but not least, Mr. Bo Diggity, what's your thoughts, bro?
Oh, yeah, no, it's going to be great. It's great to see them back in practice. Henry Toa came a long way. He's been very, efficient in his defense, making plays for us. Lassiter is also going to be a huge addition that we need because, teams are figuring out that Ross can't cover an ant. So, having Lassiter back out there will probably be great for us. So, can't be mad at that.
I think it's big because, Ross is getting beat, but he's also holding his own at the same time. Same with, I drawing a blank, the linebacker, Hewitt.
Hewitt, right?
Yeah, he had a fantastic couple games. But the thing I'm worried about is they continue to keep playing the same guy over and over again. It's gonna be the same outcome. More guys are gonna get hurt. So I'm glad depth is coming back to kind of relieve these guys, and so that way we can take time off and come back healthy. So, and speaking of coming back healthy, Texas made a big move today, in my opinion. We signed former All-Pro linebacker Devin White. Kendall, I'll start with you, man. Me and you have been talking this up since since they cut him, right?
Yeah,
So,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
talk to the folks. Tell them what's the message.
I'm excited, man. I know some fans might not be. They asking questions like, is he washed? Do we still have anything in the tank? Matt, as you said, man, he's 26 years old. Like, and he's been an all-pro. You know, 2 Pro Bowls, Super Bowl winner. Definitely played a key part into that. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing about this situation is that we signed him and we have D'Amico Ryans as head coach. So I truly believe D'Amico is going to get him right. Whatever he might have been lacking in the past, I think D'Amico can really help him. Why do I think that? Because look at Christian Harris. His first 2 years, we was like, yeah, I don't know if he gonna, you know what I'm saying, be that guy. But as soon as D'Amico got a hold of him and started like pouring into him and just teaching him everything that he needs to know, he started to pick up on it. Henry Toa. Nobody saw that man coming in this year doing the things he's doing this year. Last year, it was a shaky year for him, but it was year 1 for him. But this year, he stepped it up, you know what I'm saying, making big plays, making plays that we really didn't expect him to play, to be totally honest. But we're glad that he's stepped up and doing what he's doing. And so Devin White coming here, I have no worries. I believe D'Amico going to get him right. As long as he's on the field, I think he's going to produce, to be totally honest. And he's going to be there for us, you know what I'm saying, when we need him. At the end of the day, worst case scenario, I mean, if all fails, I guess we just cut him, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we giving the man a shot, and hopefully he comes in and do what we need him to do. And, you know what I'm saying, get some juice and give us some juice and help on defense.
So, Bo, the Titans got rid of Ernest Johnson to the Seahawks for Jerome Baker. So, are you happier with White, or would you like to go the Ernest Johnson route?
I'm good with White because you don't trade anything for him. You pick him off the street. You're not losing anything. You don't lose a player. You don't lose a pick. And for the most part, no one's really looked like it'll be nice for Devin White to come in and just go crazy and just have the most tackles in the world and just be the man. But you're looking more so for depth. You know what I mean? We're very injured. We're banged up. You don't have Aziz. You don't have Christian Harris. You have Hewitt and Jake Hansen, which, don't get me wrong, they held their own against the Packers. They did what they could. They didn't really get beat like that. So, but it's more about depth and it's D'Amico Ryan's defense. So if you can bring Devin White, a viable linebacker who we know his resume, you know what he's about, what can it hurt for you to try him out on the field? Just see what he can do. Like Ken said, if he goes out there and he wets the bed, you cut him, you don't lose anything. There's no loss and there's more to gain. So I think it was a great route to go get Devin White and not so much focus on trading for a linebacker.
So former All-Pro Johnny D'Amico should be licking his chops, right? Like this should have been happening last week, right? What's your take on it?
Most definitely, man. I'm actually excited about this, man. One thing I kind of started understanding about football, some years back is the scheming. And when he was with Tampa Bay, we run a similar defense out here. That's where he had his all-pro seasons, and he had his little stint in the Eagles. Schemes don't work for everybody. That's what some people need to understand. A scheme might work for one team, but it might not work for the next one. And I feel like what better situation for White to have coming into Houston with a linebacker head coach? I mean, what better teacher? I mean, I'm very excited, man. Not to mention that Christian Harris and also Devin White are 2 of the top 10 fastest linebackers in the league, man. We got to get to that outside quick, man. And this is a great signing. I'm happy with it. As long as he can stay non-injured, efficient on the field, man. I don't like Ken said and Bo said. I mean, we didn't lose anything. If it don't work out, we get rid of him. But I actually think I'm more of on the positive side than the negative side with this signing, man.
I think a lot of people are worried because the Eagles didn't play him at all, and just cut him. Well, you look at the Eagles defense, man, especially at linebacker. It's so rich, so young. Like it's hard to keep that guy over those guys. So I can understand that. But what Brooks Cabana from the old Houston Chronicles, now he's up there in Philadelphia. What they said the problem with him was that he relied too much on what Johnny and Kendo said, his physicality. That's what D'Amico loves. I'm looking at Christian Harris, just like you said, Christian Harris, one of the fastest linebackers out there. So, man, like I said, D'Amico Ryan said,
look at Petrie. You know, play fast, make plays. Just go out there.
Yeah.
It's the gaps, right? Like
fill the gap.
Right. And all season long, we've been complaining about the stunts being hit on us. Let's start hitting some stunts of our own.
Definitely.
Let's get some Rashad Gary plays out there and just get to the quarterback, especially when the game is on the line. You know, when it's 22-21, and we need to go after the quarterback. Let's start doing that. And I think White's the perfect guy to go for it.
Definitely.
Well, we are going to jump in. Bo wasn't here, and neither was Johnny, of course, for the recap. But before that, let's talk a little bit more stuff. With the signing of White, what does that mean for Harris? I'll kick it back off with you, Johnny. What do you think this means for Harris? Man,
I think getting Harris back, man, they will both definitely complement each other, man. Like I said a little while ago, what better coach to have than a linebacker coach? I mean, they both can learn from Miko and the system that he brings, and you know, putting those guys together on the field, man. I mean, it's almost a dream linebacker court with Aziz in the middle, with Harris on one side and White on the other side, man. Maybe we can get out of this 4-3 hybrid.
Get Petrie out the box just for some plays, not every play. You know what I mean?
We can get back to that 4-3, man, and have our three linebackers out there, man. And like you said, man, having Tutu back also, man, that's a good rotational piece out there, man. And Hewitt actually surprised me last week, man. I always seen Hewitt as a good tackler. Hewitt actually led the league a couple of years in tackles on special teams. So I always knew he had some tackling. The only concern I had was actually seeing him in coverage. And being that he had the first drive last weekend.
Interception. Mm-hmm.
So I can't really doubt his coverage on that one. So either he was in the right place at the right time, but I'm going to just go with he had good coverage on that one. But actually getting them two together, man, back to your question, Harris and White on the same squad, man, I just want to see them both healthy, man, and learn from Miko, man. We haven't even hit our stride on defense. That's the scary part about Texans, man. We haven't even had our full, complete defense on the field. We're getting Autry back acclimated and everything. So, man, once we actually get to rolling, man, you're about to see a big difference.
Yeah, I agree.
Bo, what is your thoughts on the injury aspect of Harris? Does this mean that it's more concerning, or not really?
I don't want to say more concerning. I do believe that this gives him a little bit more time. You know, it buys him time to not have to rush back and not be completely ready to go. I mean, whether he comes back now, I feel like you really want him for end of the season for the playoffs. So if he can wait that long, fine. Let him wait that long. Let him make sure he's 100%. I mean, 100% Christian Harris in the playoffs with Aziz, with Devin White, Toto. Like, what more could you ask for? So I think this helps. I know for me as a Texans fan, it puts me at easily because I was like, man, y'all running out of players. People keep getting hurt. Y'all down to y'all last two linebackers on the depth chart. We got to get some depth in here. So that helps out in that aspect. So I think with Christian Harris, maybe it is a mind thing. Maybe it's like a Kawhi Leonard, you know, back with the Spurs, it was his mind more so than his body. But whatever it is, whatever the case is, whatever the injury is, however tough it may be, this gives us some time, another time frame to let Devin White go out there, hold it down, and then when we get Harris back, then we'll see this defense hopefully at full capacity with everybody being healthy, with Lassiter, Jimmy Ward, everybody. So that's what I'm waiting for. So I think the injury I'm not afraid of the injury. That's what I'm saying. I'm not afraid of the injury. I just think so that Caserio and D'Amico are trying to play this smart and saying, hey, if we don't have to rush Christian Harris back, we don't rush him back.
Okay. What about you, Kenna?
As far as with Christian Harris, I don't want to think negative. I just think it's a fear of him getting the Achilles, hurting his Achilles. I think because they're talking about his calf and the song with his calf. So I think they really trying their best to be safe about the situation. And it could be Harris also, a little fear or whatever the case may be. Who knows what the report from the doctor was. So it is them playing it safe. Like Nick said in his interview with the radio, Texas radio, He'll like, yeah, it's a tricky thing, but whenever he's ready to go, he'll be ready to go. It's something that they just, kind of playing it by ear and just seeing how his progress goes as he gets better with his calf. But I'm not too worried, especially not too worried now that we have Devin White. And I know we don't know the report on Aziz, how long he's going to be out, but at the end of the day, having Henry Toa back in practice is a good sign. And having Devin White, I know he probably gonna learn the defense quick as possible because he's been in this type of defense before, so not too much worried about that. But yeah, hopefully Christian do get healthy. We do need him. I would love him, towards the end of the season, especially for the playoffs. So yeah, so we can have I would like to have all these guys on the roster. Honestly, I would love to go into the playoffs with Aziz, Devin White, Henry Toa Harris on this roster, healthy and ready to rock and roll in the playoffs. So I'm definitely excited about that.
Man, to me, I think I'm having PTSD flashbacks from being an Astros fan, like where they said, "Oh man, Michael Brantley's coming back. Oh man, Kyle Tucker, he just got a knee injury, man. It's all right, it's all right." And we never see the folks. So like me, man, just be transparent. Hey, look. We're probably not going to see him this year, okay, guys? Like that takes me to hype from here to here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause
man, they're not going to do that. They need the hype to stay up there, so they're not going to do that.
The Astros going to lie to you. The Texans ain't not going to tell you nothing. Like we don't know. Like we'll let y'all know we figured out. They won't tell you nothing. That's all it is.
I don't know. I don't think he had any knee surgeries in the past, but I could be wrong. I think he's been pretty healthy for the most part.
Yeah.
But,
that's a great question, though.
I have to agree with all you guys, right? Like, I think it helps bring more depth. We know D'Amico. If he has the personnel to switch out players as the game goes, he loves doing that. I mean, look last year. We had Barnett. We had the names like his old man, the old man that was still getting sacked, Jerry Hughes.
Jerry,
we had Clark. Yeah, like we had a crazy line last year. Collins, everybody, man, and so to me, it's like he's slowly doing that right now. Like he's slowly adding the pieces. People are getting back healthy where he can do that. Hopefully Henderson comes back. So hopefully we get to the defense that we did last year. But like Donnie says, this defense could be, like it's already top 10. It could be number 2 with what we have. We just got to get it healthy.
Yeah. Hopefully Mr. Jimmy can stay on the field when he do get back, because that'll help a lot, honestly.
Don't get me started.
I ain't gonna bash him today. I'm not gonna do it. But we definitely. I heard both say his name, and I was just like, yeah, if I hear you, if he on the field, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully we get him back and he stays, because that man mess around, come back and then miss a couple of more games, knowing him. But hopefully that's not the case. Jimmy, we wish him for the best, man. Please come back, stay healthy, stay on the field, brother, and produce, because we need you. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get Jimmy. We didn't get Justin Simmons like we wanted to, but hey, we got to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to appreciate you, brother, and just do what you do as long as you're on the field.
This is my thing right here. Even with the whole war situation, it's like we are out there with a safety, a rookie safety. And just imagine if we had Jimmy Ward up back there with him. Like, it'll be just like a no-fly zone defense almost. Because, Eric Berry is doing best he can.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just a healthy safety. But Eric liability Murray. You know what I mean? Like
that's the thing. Even Eric Murray be supposed to make him play. So it's like I have to imagine if Jimmy Ward was back there, he's making that interception on that last drive of the Packers. But it is what it is, man.
I agree. Most definitely. He's making that pick. But what I was gonna say is we were just talking about Buda Baker. I don't know if he's the guy. As far as like,
he's not a coverage
back
safety.
end.
Okay,
he's not a coverage safety.
I don't want to get into this too deep because we do have a lot of stuff to talk about. But I do I've been thinking about this. Dude, why not make a trade for Trayvon Diggs and put him at safety?
Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, he sucks at coverage.
That's a lot of money, though. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
You put him at the safety position. Bro,
Yeah, you wishing. You over there.
You wishing,
Drew
yeah.
Ball safety,
Big
come
wishing.
on, bro.
Hey, but shoot, nah. Cowboys ain't finna trade to us, man. What we got to give up to get that man?
You never know.
And honestly, I'm not trading for that man to come play those safety. He coming that corner. Sorry,
I rather you
corner.
go call New Orleans and say, "Can we get Honey Badger back?" I would rather you do that.
That's who I want back.
Any look, I know what Frank is saying, but anybody's better than Eric the Liability Murray. Yes, he does make a couple plays, but nah, man,
I don't know, man.
I can't take those.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want him starting, but I just don't want to get the wrong safety and we feel like, oh, we got Buda Baker. He's gonna do what we need him to do. That man be getting routed up and everything, just like Eric Berry. Like I don't need that. I don't need that at all. But like bro said, Honey Badger, man, bring him back, please. I doubt that happens because it's his hometown. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? He's played here before. It's pretty much down the street. You know what I'm saying? We can work out a deal to get him. That'd be good, honestly. But then Jimmy Roy Phillips might get him. Who knows?
I don't care, man. I don't care.
Well, guys, before we jump in more to the game, we did hear some from the coach and from CJ. First, coach said, I know everyone has questions about the offensive line. We move on. Everybody has bad days. That's D'Amico's Ryans on the offensive line. It kind of points that, hey, I know y'all want changes on the offensive line, but guess what? Too bad, too sad. That's not happening today. Bo, you're our line expert, man.
Oh man. Man. Like at the end of the day, we say this every week. They invested too much in the offensive line. There's too much invested in the offensive line for them to be like, all right, cut you, move you, trade you. It's just too much money invested. So they're staying with what they got. They believe in them guys. They just got to come to work. They have the talent. I'm not gonna say those five: Tunsil, Green, Scruggs, Mason, and Howard. They have the talent. It's do you want to block? Do you want to go block? Do you want to put a hat on the hat? Make sure your quarterback is not running for his life. And do you want to make sure you keep your quarterback upright? Because that Green Bay game was insane. It's a lot of plays where you look at that and you say, man, you stop blocking. You stop moving your feet. You can't pick up a stunt. So at the end of the day, I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if they need a whole new offensive line coach. I don't know if Bobby has to scheme up better. But you know what? I'm not going to blame Bobby on that aspect because it's times where Bobby is leaving tight ends in there to help them block. So he's trying to help the offensive line. And it don't work. So at the end of the day, it's up to them five to look themselves in the mirror and say, hey, do I want my quarterback to be upright? Can I be better? Will I be better? Will I give up on plays? Will I make sure I stay disciplined and block the guy in front of me? Because, man, it seems like sometimes they don't even teach them how to pick up stunts the way it look on the field. It's like, hey, are you communicating? Do you know you have that man? If he pulls around, do you know you finna switch off and have him? It looks like they're just out there just playing without any kind of coaching or any kind of film work. And there's like I said, there's no communication. So until they take responsibility and accountability, nothing will change for this offensive line. They make too much money. Right. They over there prancing around in they cute little outfits and they look cute little purses. So they don't care. So until they care, nothing will change. And I think what's going to have to happen is CJ going to have to step up and talk to them, or talk to somebody in the organization and say, hey, get this man off this team. He's not blocking for me. So that's point blank simple.
Man, let me say something. We got to put blame. All the blame, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest. All the blame need to go on Larry Tunsil. Reason being is he's the freaking leader of this O-line, but he doesn't act like a leader. He doesn't lead by example. And even if he is good on the field, don't get me wrong, but he's not holding his guys accountable. Like, after something happened, I need him talking to Kenyon Green. Hey, bro, you know, I need to see that type of energy from him. He needs to speak up, talk to them, because it's just this nobody on this line is hungry. And that's the problem. They're not hungry. Mm-hmm. None of them are hungry. Even, and it's sad. Like, they don't feel like they don't feel like they have to put all their all into it. It's just like they just out there. They get their paycheck, whether it's big, small, whatever, and they just out the way. Like, I don't understand the energy from the O-line.
They all look happy to be there. They all just happy to be on the field.
Right.
Like, hey, we here.
They don't even
Like,
look happy.
absolutely. We made it. But also, how can you expect them to follow suit of Lerman Tunzel when after what was it, the Vikings game? Oh,
Yeah,
everybody
sorry.
makes mistakes. You know, like
Yeah.
he's the only one that made mistakes, but yeah, he's calling out the whole team. Nah, dog.
But see, that goes back to
I'm glad you.
them enabling Tunsil. They've been enabling him since he's been here because he's been the only Pro Bowl player. So it's like, yeah, that's your Tunsil. Just let Tunsil do what he want to do. That's your Tunsil. That's just him being him.
I'm glad you hit on that, man. I feel like a guy that's not getting enough attention, man. I mean, you know, we didn't heard it from everywhere. It come from the Bobby, and we didn't heard it from Tonsil, and in one game it was Green. But a guy that's not getting a lot of attention is our offensive line coach himself.
Yep.
Souser,
Something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of wonder, man, in that game room, in that room, man, when you watching over film, what is he actually teaching these guys? Or do he even have control of his own offensive line? You know, when you were young back as a kid, man, and you had your little group of buddies, and you know, you would listen to the teacher, and the teacher be like, tell you to do something. You and your guys like, nah, we ain't gonna listen to him. I feel like control that they have on that offensive line, man, and he's not being held accountable. Also, I mean, that's one area we might need to look at also, man, is teaching discipline, man. We have no discipline on this line. I was telling one of my boys the other day, man, I see these guys, you know, we all follow them on social media. They'll get in there, play the game, get dressed, and they're jumping, looking fly, putting on their chains and all that. And I feel like it's a fashion show right now, man. And I don't see a lot of these guys getting back in the gym, any discipline, snap counts, any of that, man. But one guy I do want to bring to light is our offensive line coach.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of take it another step, right? Like, I do trust the process. I do love Nick Casario. I do love D'Amico Ryan. D'Amico Ryan was my first Texan jersey that I ever got. So, you know, I have a lot of love for him. But how can you hire an offensive line coach that's never, ever touched a zone scheming blocking? Like, how do you expect that to translate to what you're running? Now, don't get me wrong, and me, John, this is probably the only thing me and you had in common on Sunday was the run blocking has been, you know, elite. But the pass blocking, like,
Yep.
You know,
I've always said that King Green is a better run blocker than pass blocker. He cannot pass block to save his life. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Johnny. Something has to change.
Yes.
But if we're also putting blame, and Bo's been saying this since day one too, we got to put some blame on Bobby Slowick because scheming fixes a lot of things, and they can scheme. A good scheme can fix a bad offensive line, but when you run a triple set, everybody on the right side, and they're all running post,
Yep,
not going to help you.
Yep,
not going to help you at all.
You know, I read that the other day, man. The Packers defense, man, they blitzed us 0 times on first and second down and 67% on third down. And all I can think of, man, is TK. Tim Kelly with Bill O'Brien, man. Run, screen. They had us figured out, man. Everybody knew it. I mean, it was a couple of questionable decisions that we left on the field, man. But having our 3 elite receivers, including Nico, before the injury, having 3 elite receivers in a bunch formation, man,
terrible.
That's terrible. We have to spread these guys out, man, and we can't run and rely on Mixon. Not saying that Mixon isn't carrying his team right now because all-star right now, and if he wasn't here, I think our record would, be a little different. But even with that being said, man, we got to spread these guys out, man. They're too elite. We got to get the tight ends the ball more, man. We got to get that ball more to Tank, especially Diggs also, man. And of course, Nico's gonna have his, man. But me personally, man, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I feel like the Shanahan tree is being figured out, man. I feel like if you look at guys like Miami, not including with Tua being out. You look at San Francisco. You look at
Mhm.
pretty much successful right now with that Miami thing is Houston and um, um, what's that other team? Green Bay.
Green
Uh,
Bay. Yeah. Yep.
hey, man, I think we're being figured out, man. I feel like Packers came in last week and took a page out of Flores' book and did the exact same thing. And only difference
That's
was
what I'm afraid of.
so
That
we got to change it up somewhere,
yep.
man. Got to change it up somewhere.
That's what I'm afraid of because if you're showing defenses that hey, all I gotta do is crowd the line of scrimmage, and then offensive line can't pick up a blitz, that's game over at Texans. You're not gonna win no more games if that's what you're showing defenses. Because all I gotta do is show 7 people finna rush and then back them off, and your O line don't know where the blitz coming from. You're cooked. You're done. So until the O line can know how to pick up blitzes, it can read schemes and know who's coming, who's not coming. That offense is not going to change, but I agree. You have to spread the offense out. You can't have a lot of bunch formations, especially when you're not throwing slants. You're running bunch formations and you're throwing deep, long developing passes. That's not going to have you time to get because your offensive line can't block for you. And these screens are insane. Screens got to go. Screens got to go, man. This offensive line is not built for it. I'm not saying completely go away from it, but in situations where you need a first down, that can't not be your go-to every third and long. It can't be a screen. I'm sorry. Because are you only playing to get a punt, a little bit more yards for a better punt instead of trying to get a first down? That is insane. It's insane.
Man,
So something got to change.
let me answer dude question about Slowick. He said Matt, if you can put that comment back up.
Go ahead.
The reason that man keep doing the same stuff.
Hold on. For the listeners, it says what's your take on the reason why Slow kept it doing the same old shit?
Reason that man is doing the same thing is because he has no plan. He has no plan really. He's on the same. That's his plan though. The consistent what's the word? The predictable stuff.
Yep.
That's his plan, and that's his only plan. He's not going away from that. So that's why he's doing the same old stuff. Run, screen. Run, screen, and then whatever happens on second down, depending on what we're gonna do on the third down. It's just so predictable. And it was so frustrating to see that, like Johnny just brought up, that they blitz only on third downs. That is insane. Like that is insane. That lets you know they knew, they're gonna run, and then they're gonna try to get a big playoff on the third down. Why are we trying to depend on third down? Why we can't get these first downs off of second? The second, it's ridiculous. So that's the problem. Why we just don't have a plan? Like he has a plan, but he's not adjusting off of his plan. He don't know how to adjust. So that's
like
why it's the same stuff over and over.
It's so predictable. I went back and watched the condensed film of the Packers game. First down, toss play. What's coming next? Because it's second and long now. What's coming next? Screen. We'll do a screen. Then there's a third and long. What's coming now? Running. We'll give it to Mix on a draw. Really? A draw. Really, Bobby. Yeah. It's like when Bill Brown was here. You see the beginning of the game, script be amazing. They'll script the beginning of the game perfectly. Great play calls. It's when you adjust at halftime because they're going to adjust to you. Can you adjust to the adjustment? And he don't. He never adjusts adjustments. Like Ken said, it is what it is. I'm still going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to change nothing. I know this will work. Hey, if I pull Shaq Mason and 9 times out of 10 he gets stopped, but that 1 out of 10 I get a first down, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to just keep pulling Shaq Mason for a running play because I know I'm at least get one that's going to have a good run. Come on now. That's not how it should work. Go to your percentage. Go to your strengths. Your strengths, not your weaknesses, bro.
I feel like, man, right now at the time, man, I mean, we're as a team, man, we're all going to suffer some type of adversity, man. And I feel like right now, the biggest thing for Bobby Slowick is the inexperience is showing a lot, man. And I felt like when I talked to my boy the other day, man, when we had two wide receivers last year, it was a lot easier for Bobby to spread that rock between Nico and Tank. And now that he has Diggs out there, man, that's why we're so bunched up. We're so cluttered up. And I feel like the inexperience that he has right now, my personal opinion, he's not experienced enough to share that rock with those 3 guys. So even with that being said, man, we're down to 2 guys now. And again, the inexperience is showing up. So what not an easier play to do is, okay, let's run, and then throw a safe screen or something like that, or a quick 5-yard, a quick 6-yard, something like that, man. Some playing it safe. So I feel like his inexperience is really showing up. But man, we got a smart guy on that headset, man, and he can make some adjustments. He surprised all of us. I think he surprised all of us last year, man. That first week 18 against those Colts, man. We come out that first play with the play action. None of us was expecting that, man. So I mean, I feel like he can get creative, man, but he has to open up that playbook, man. We're too crowded with these three receivers. We damn near led last year in explosive plays. So I mean, you would think that we would have even more explosive plays this year, man, but he's gonna have to get over this adversity, man. We're gonna have to switch some things up.
Yeah. I want to say something real quick because I know me and Johnny on the same page with this. Wish we would have bought in Cliff, but that is what it is. But I would say this: another thing is Bobby ready? Like, and that it's okay to ask that question, and it's okay if he's not. You know what I'm saying? He was never an OC. Bring in D'Amico, first time head coach, and you also bring in a first time OC. I don't know if that was really a smart idea because they both have to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Like they both got to grow as well. So I don't think that was the good idea. Then when they got all these more weapons added to CJ, and it's like in Bobby head, it could be like, dang, it's a lot. I got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? He can be pressured right now. Who knows what the case may be, and he just might not be ready. But if we would have still brought him in and brought in the Cliff, then could have showed us some things. And then, you know what I'm saying, of course, nobody would have expected Cliff to be here for a long time. So he could have been here for a year or two. And then when he left, then Bobby could have stepped up. But it is what it is. And I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of got to the point after that last game, like, man, let Bobby go. Let's see what Gerard got. See what Gerard Johnson got. See what he got, man.
Speaking of thinking that Bobby Slug was inexperienced and kind of too big for his britches, as a guy that's been calling it since we hired him. Welcome to the show, Mr. Crenshaw. Greater than later. What's up, brother?
Man, look, man, we already know that Bobby wasn't ready. But CJ made him look better than what he was, and we just overlooked all those flaws last year, bro. Basically, that's what it is. And then, like you say he got all these weapons. All we added was Diggs, bro. That's it. I mean, our run game is better.
We got Joe too, though.
But like I say, our run game is better. That's it. But we only added Diggs, so we really didn't add a lot of weapons. It just, I think what it is, people figured us out. Now Cliff, he doing good with Jalen Daniels. It's because they ain't figured him out yet. Same thing with us last year. So once they figured him out, that shit gonna stop. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. Just the other day, Jalen Daniels went out with an injury, man, and he had Mariota get out there and still put up 40, man. So that offense
that offense is just ready. That offense is amazing. Yeah.
When the last time you heard of Mariota putting up 40?
I mean, well, they said the same thing. They said the same. Well, with Arthur Smith, said the same thing with Arthur Smith. You know, the offense was looking one way. He become a head coach, and then everything turned different. So, you know, when you OC is different. But I don't know, man. I feel like maybe CJ didn't call more plays. Trust CJ more. Stop listening to Bobby.
And
CJ got to call more plays.
I'm glad you hit on that, man.
Man.
Last year when CJ actually called Bobby out, man, Bobby gave CJ more of that playbook, man. That's when we actually had that Buccaneers game. That was his rookie setting game right after he called Bobby out, man. So I feel like, honestly, man, I feel like Bobby's been a little conservative. I feel like Bobby wants to be an HC real soon. So playing it smart, he feels like that's going to get him a job somewhere. But like you said, man, CJ actually made a name for Bobby, man. What better situation to come into as a rookie, inexperienced HC offensive coordinator, man, and have a guy like CJ Stroud come out and have a historical rookie season like he did. So, of course, he's going to get some credit off that, man. But, you know, like you said, ultimately, you got to put that number 7 first.
Well, hopefully, this is the game kind of called it out. He said the offense will look different this week from last. So hopefully he told Bobby Slower to take the week off.
I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it.
Hey, if that's the case, then we got to do this every week. Like, if it's a different offense, then I need to see it every week, you know? But time's getting a little ahead of us. So we'll touch this game real quick. Me and Keno and Crenshaw talked about Sunday. So real quick, anything to add on this game, Bo or Johnny?
Me personally, man, I would have rather lost by 50 points than lose by 2 points, man. I mean, at least if we lose by 50 points, I could have turned it off in about the third quarter and already had my mind prepared. But after we kicked that field goal, I thought we had it in the bag, man. But going back to what Bo said earlier, man, had that been Ward back there, that would have been game, man, when he dropped that by that interception, man. But I don't have too much to say about this one, man. I'm the type once we get off that, man, I'm already looking forward to next week, man. But if I wish we had more time? Yes, but we don't, unfortunately, man. We're gonna take it at 5-2 and head to Indianapolis. Well, head out to Houston for Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Bo,
I agree.
you
Just like I said, Hanson and Hewitt, they better not thought they would have. It would have. I believe if we had a healthy defense, we would have won that game. But like Hunter said, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. It is what it is. Over with. We 5-2. Let's go on to the Colts.
All right, Crenshaw, bro, you got anything to add?
Oh, one more thing. Not really pertaining to the game, but it happened in the game. We have to turn those into touchdowns, not field goals. Whenever Hewitt got that ball to the 10-yard line, that should have been a touchdown, not 3 points. But
yeah, Tank
I digress.
Tank should have dropped that.
Yeah, fortunately on number 3.
I don't know what's going on with Tank, man. I don't want to say what I want to say.
Hey, hold on, Crenshaw. You said you're not going to call that man Tank no more.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry,
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. He's no Tank until proven otherwise, right?
Facts.
I need a 2 touchdown game before he get Tank back to his name. You're Nathaniel, sir.
I heard some fans calling Christian Harris County already. I'm like, nah, man, he gotta work for that name, man.
Yeah, I mean he did good last year, but yeah, he gotta get a name back because he ain't Harris County no more.
All right, fellas. Well, let's get into it. The Colts matchup, like Crenshaw said on Sunday, this is a key game because if they pull this out, it's a tie, and it's up for grabs. So I'll start, Crenshaw. I'll start with you, man. You've been wise on it. Well, what's the keys to success to beating this Colts team?
I mean, well, long as Anthony Richardson playing, we should win. Basically, that's the key right there. As long as he's playing, we should win. But now I think the offense need to be a little more faster, man. Get the ball to CJ Hand a little quicker because these defenses now they know how to play us, bro. They know exactly what we're gonna do. Okay. I feel like the stats says CJ is good against the blitz, but when I watch the game, he don't like he's good against the blitz unless I'm tripping.
If they're picking up the blitz, if he getting run out the pocket off the gate, you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's them picking up the blitz. I think it's the play. Because it seems like on third down, everybody running straight down the field. Yes. Nobody's running short routes.
I'm glad you said that because I watched it against the Packers, and when we blitz Jordan Love, his receivers are looking for the ball on a slant play. Their eyes on the quarterback looking for the ball. We get blitz, they head turn that way, the ball is hitting them in the back, they turn around too late, ball is on the floor. Like, we have to get better at calling plays to beat blitzes. Like, you cannot call a regular deep development play for a third and long. You need to get a quick out, slant, something, quick post, quick out to the sideline, something where the ball's out fast and CJ's not rolling out. And you're like, okay, only thing going to be available is a rollout pass to the sideline. We got to do more than that.
Okay. Kenneth?
What's up? What's the question?
What's the keys of success for beating the Colts?
Oh, man, we just got to get in our bag. There's no reason we should lose to the Colts. I'm going to be totally honest. Their front seven has not been that good this year. Run defense, I don't think has been that good this year. So Joe should have another 150, you know what I'm saying, what he had the first game. And hopefully CJ and the band, the receivers, get it together. You know what I'm saying? O-line hold up a little bit longer because them dudes couldn't hold up for 2 seconds Sunday. So We need them to hold up a little bit longer, but I expect them to win, bro. I hope it's a blowout, but you know what I'm saying? We always hope for that, and it don't happen. It'd be a close game. But, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as the offense in their bag, we should win the game.
Johnny, you've been hitting the nail on the coffin, brother. What's the keys?
Man, I got to take it back a little bit, man. I feel like the key is what we did last game. What made what
Speak it.
going, man. So number 28 is gonna be the key to this game, man. Hope, like you said, everybody on here agreed. Best is our run blocking, man. And if that front seven's not ready for that number 28 again, man, we got to give it to him just like we gave it to him. Our Coach Killer not out. I mean, well, he's out still, so we're gonna have to battle with that. But like you guys said earlier, we gotta get that ball a lot quicker, man. Coach defense, I think they're like in the high 20s, man. Secondary. So we gotta attack those DBs, man. From what I've seen, I think they have Buckner coming back on the D line. I'm not gonna really too much rely on our D line, even though we have the ability to do it. But I'm not gonna put too much emphasis in it to get to Anthony Richardson unless he tries to scramble out of that pocket, being that Coach does and always had a top-ranking offensive line. But we gotta give him some pressure, man. We gotta make him throw them long, deep balls, man. I mean, hell, his accuracy not all that. He can't hit a 10-foot pass, man. So with that being said, man, like I said, going back to the answer to the question, we gotta get that 28 going again, man. Why stop it? He ran for 150. I'm sure he's good for another 120, 110 this game.
Yeah, so look, I'm gonna put me on the big screen, fellas, okay? Because I got something to say to Bobby Flood. Bobby, listen, if my man Joe Mixon does not have more than 20 carries this game, I'm with Keno. You deserve to be fired and bring up Draw Johnson. Like if this man has less than 20 carries, you're gone. Like. Bye. See you later. Brian left what you asked. Like, goodbye. No head coach job for you. Because, man, one of the worst rushing defense. And if he doesn't get more than 20 carries, something's wrong with you. I don't get it. I agree with you, Johnny. That's how you beat the Colts. You run the ball down their freaking throats, and then you pass. Because
we take this one, man. That gives us, a gem, man, in our division, man. A lot of people didn't remember, man. We'll be 3-0 in this division as in playoff time, man. That's big. We don't think about that early in the season, but a 3-0 lead in the division, man. That is something to take home with us, man. I look forward to going into the playoffs.
And then having the Titans in 2 weeks, well, and they're already giving up. So that just helps you even more. So absolutely. All right.
Let's send a 6th round over there, man, for Jeffrey Simmons or somebody, man.
Oh my God! Oh,
man, you know they ain't doing that.
Come on now. Don't tease me like that.
It's the firehouse over there, man.
Oh, wow. All right, fellas. Anything to add before we jump to predictions? Crenshaw, you got anything? No? Anybody else? Got anything?
One thing I will say, I think I understand why Tunsil and Howard don't play well on the road, because they've been to Minnesota and then they've been to who we just played, the Packers, Green Bay, Wisconsin. They ain't got nowhere to go to club, so they fits off. Did nobody applaud them? Did nobody say, "Yo, them skinny jeans is lit. I enjoy that band." What is that? Hermes.
I agree.
Hopefully they go out Saturday night in Houston and somebody tell them that they look good that night, so they can feel better in the morning on Sunday. Hopefully,
something, man.
I'm telling you right now, I don't want no more brothers on the line next year. Well, now I'm gonna say, give me 3 brothers and 2 not brothers on the line this year, please.
Go ahead and say, bro. You got every right. We want the big old honky white boys.
Yes, man.
Give me some on the
summer. At least in the interior. At least in the interior. At least the guards, man. Come on now.
Don't give a damn hillbilly teams wearing smash mouth, on the line, man. We need that.
Because even Patterson and Dieter held up more than Juice is doing right now.
But I don't understand why Patterson gave up 1 sack last season. Why isn't he on our line, man? I just don't understand. I feel I'm gonna be honest. My Ken Green experiment is over for me. It's over for me, man.
Dang.
Yep.
It's over.
That's
Everybody
what
done
I said
gave
too.
up
We
on
said,
Kenyon, man.
hey, we said the same thing too. We said middle of the season, if it still looks bad pass blocking wise, you gotta let that go. Don't pay
Yeah,
that man no money.
we
The hardest part about letting it go is that we picked this man at 15.
we reached, man.
And we could have had Kyle Hamilton,
over
Could have had
Hamilton.
Carl Hamilton, man.
We
and then we could have drafted the doggone guard that the Ravens got and with our second pick. But man, that's the hardest part about letting it go for me. Like, God dang it, we done drafted this man at 15, but we could have had another star player. It's man.
I mean,
it's hard.
look, it happens. Look at Carolina with Bryce Young. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
So
Starting again, so he must believe in him now.
yeah, I mean, that's
Well, that's
because
only because Andy Dalton got the car wreck.
yeah, got to that rig, yeah.
You'd be
Hey,
surprised. Send Bryce to another system out there in Miami LA, man. You see a big difference, man. That team is just that. Ever since Tepper been out there, it's just been a disaster, man.
Yeah, Frank's right. We need some cornbread Nebraska type dudes. Like if your truck breaks down, they strap it.
Yeah.
They don't get a tow truck. They strap it to the back of them and they take off. Like that.
To be honest, stop drafting O lineman high. Stop drafting O lineman in the first, second round. Go get you a third, fourth round person that want to work for his job and want to keep his job. Because they think they got it made.
I always
we got
about those preseason games. Those are some of the best games because this guy's out there trying to get a spot.
Tell me about it. Yep. I think that's probably the cleanest CJ ever been.
All right, fellas. Well, we're gonna go to predictions. Johnny, I'll start with you. What's your score prediction? Who you got winning?
Score prediction, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's always pretty tough for us going to Indy, but we already took that one out of Indy, so Indy's gonna come out here this time. I'm gonna go 27-17. Houston.
All right. Okay. And Bo, what about you, brother?
Man, I want to see touchdowns. I'm not going to be modest this week. I was modest last week. I'm going to say Texans 35, Colts 20.
35 Texans, Colts 20. All right. Keno?
Let's see. Let's be wise.
He said, "Let's be honest."
So I'm gonna be wise. Let me see. I want to jump to the 30s, but I'm gonna just go 28. 28-13 Texans.
Okay. Right.
And I honestly think defense is gonna have a crazy game. I think they're gonna have a crazy game.
Them division games tough, man.
It is.
Well, I guess I'm kind of on the outs, right? Like,
yeah, they are tough. I need them to go out there and be pissed off about what happened last week.
No, for real.
Bo, you're a great segue. I appreciate it because this is a segue to my prediction. I think Johnny's right. CJ, I think low key CJ called Bobby Slowick out saying, like, the time is now, and just like last year against the Buccaneers, he tore them up. We didn't have the defense we do now, so I think we stopped the Colts and Anthony Richardson's ass. So to me, it's another Cleveland Browns game, baby. I got 45-17 Texans, baby. We are going to see the offense that we've been wanting to see. Okay, and Bo, y'all know me. I'm the guy. Look, it's going to be.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say 17-15.
Yeah. 17-15. We're going to disappear in third quarter. We can't do it. So yeah, I'm done with that. CJ Stroud has spoken. That him has spoken.
I have to believe that it was a clip of them. Some reporter, I think maybe it was Aaron Wilson. I don't know who it was. They were talking to Titus Howard, and he just looked defeated. So hopefully he feel embarrassed. Hopefully the whole offensive line feel embarrassed that you allowed your stud of a franchise quarterback to just run for his life all game. You got to make a statement off the line and let people know that y'all ain't just chump change and ain't free lunch out there. Because defense think y'all are free lunch. They took y'all like, we're going to get about 4 sacks a game. They don't want to protect CJ. So I gotta believe that you're coming out there in the division game. You're gonna be at home. You're gonna get a good night's sleep in your own bed. Come out there and ready to perform. Come out there ready to work. Come out there ready to earn the paycheck. Because between Tunstall and Howard, what is that? 25, 20, 45 million alone? Come on now, y'all. Be bookend tackles and make production so that way your offensive line can score points and not depend on a field goal at every game.
Yes, we got to quit selling for field goals. Got to stop. I'm done with that. Consider this bullshit out the window. Like, it's time to put your foot to the gas and run them the smooth over. It's that time. Well, fellas, another fan favorite of ours. Go ahead.
Cool question, man. So, does Davis Mills come in the game? This game?
Yes.
I would love to see him. I would love to see him do a V formation. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Absolutely, right? Like, especially Keno. Keno loves seeing some D Mills. So,
we get us a 45-17, man. We'll definitely see Mills out there. Ain't that right?
Nah, for real.
I'm okay with it. Like,
I'm okay with it too, man.
All right, well, here's another fan favorite. Johnny, since he haven't been here, we do hot takes. So it could be like CJ Stroud throws for 7 touchdowns. It'd be anything crazy that you think will happen. But the kicker is, if one of our hot takes hits, our listeners next week gets a T-shirt.
Okay.
But if all 4 of us hits, then we get them a jersey.
Okay.
I'll start with you. What is your hot take for Sunday against the Colts?
For CJ specifically?
No, the whole team. Anybody?
I'll be honest with you, man. I have to go with that big number 55 on that DN, man. I feel like Hunter. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. He's always been one of my favorite players, man. I made a post about 2 years ago. Hey, man, if we get this guy here, I'd never ask for anything else. And hell, we got him out here. He had 16 and a half sacks last season, man. Led the league, and I feel like this game he's been pretty quiet, man. But he's at home this game, man. Back in his hometown, man. I'm going to go with Danielle Hunter, man. I'm gonna give him 2.5 sacks, man. About 3 tackles for loss, man.
2.5 sacks, okay.
Go.
Right. Love it. I love it.
Need that.
What you got, brother?
Let's see. I'm gonna go CJ rushing touchdown.
CJ would. I mean, if the line is anything like last week, that's what's going to have to take, right? CJ with the rushing touchdown. All right, write this down, Mr. Bo.
I'm going Mr. Nathaniel Dale. Will get his name back. He will be Tank after Sunday. He's going to get 2 touchdowns, 110 yards.
2 touchdowns and 110 yards?
That's right.
All right. Okay. Well, I talked about earlier, Mr. Slugs to be giving my boy Joe Mixon the future All-Pro. I'm calling it now. All-Pro running back of the Houston Texans, 20 carries. He's getting a hat trick, baby. He's getting 3 touchdowns, all on the ground. He's running over him. I'll even stamp it. 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's going to win his second AFC Player of the Week. Book it.
I like it.
I think that's going to hit. That's probably the main thing.
You think it's
possible to hit? Possible
I think that's going to hit.
I'm okay with it. So, all right, fellas. Well, anything to add before we bounce off of here?
Man, let's get this
6-2.
done.
Let's go 6-2.
Absolutely. Let's just beat the Colts.
Beat the Colts.
Let's do Nico a favor and let's keep killing the Colts for him while he's out.
That'd be the first broom of the division, man. Let's get
those. Bring them out.
Yeah,
bring them out.
I need to see Piggy Pig and Hannah McNair in the tunnels talking about
sweep.
Yeah. So let's get it going. All right. Well, in the wise words of our man Crenshaw, this is the worst part. It's the end. I'll start with you, Keno. Where can we find you on social media and what you got cooking so that way we can follow you?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube at Kenneth the Messenger, and on Twitter, Messenger_Keno. And like we've been telling y'all for the past 3 weeks, me and Chris Shaw, we got some heat coming, a fire song and a music video on the way. So it's exciting, man. It's lit. And of course, it's some heat for the Texans. So we got some excitement coming, man. The song gonna be fire and it's dropping soon. So be on the lookout.
All right, Mr. Bo, Diggity yourself. What you got?
Yeah, y'all know y'all can follow me on all socials at BoDiggy713. You know we on TikTok, we going up. Y'all can follow me on X, Instagram, YouTube, all that great stuff. Keep supporting the show, man.
All right. And Johnny, I know you said earlier you don't have any Twitter or whatnot, but tell the folks where you can find you, like on Facebook or whatnot, so that way we can find your takes, brother.
Pretty much on Facebook. Saints, it's spelled same way as it is right now. Huncho Johnny, man. Yeah, that's where you can find me pretty much, man. I don't have an Instagram or Twitter or anything like that put out, man. But if you want to follow, man, right there, Huncho Johnny, man.
Well, Johnny, thanks for coming on. And of course, you can follow our boy Ruben at 713 Houston Sports and Crenshaw at 5th Ward Crenshaw everywhere. I know he's been around the Texans beehive. So if you want to see some spicy stuff, make sure to jump on Crenshaw's page. And of course, you can find me cooking some stuff up on A1 Day One Texans everywhere. Of course, like Bo and Kendall both said, share this podcast everywhere. Texans Fan Battle, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media you see, it's on there. And like I said, we're about to drop some fire with this music video, and music is going to be the hype train for the Texans for years to come. So make sure you keep your ear on that. Until this Sunday, when we beat the Colts 45-17. Y'all stay blessed, and we'll speak to you next week.
Yo, check it out, we rapping for the Texans. Put it in, Crenshaw, Bridge, we flexing. Houston rap style, we bringing the heat. Talking Texas football.